decided to leave Quasar Ilfelrua in the care of, or in the Pale Gallery, in the care of Hyabes Zelorum. And despite being hunted down by the Harmonium Legion, or at least a few members of the Harmonium Legion, with Kryn's help, you were able to rescue Dee Dee and get her aboard the Whittaquick in a daring feat of Indiana Jones-esque Star Wars, I'm here to rescue you, let's get out of here, which was great. So now, with Tharivold in tow and a full contingent of Broken Blades, you decided on your next move, or certainly your immediate move, which was to, I think, seek some refuge in the world of Selenos Prime, which you are one sector away from. So it is the closest place that is not in Ascendancy space. It's not in the conflict zone. It is in the frontier space just. And it is a place that we know that Zam and Otua have been before, because we established that. However, it wasn't quite, if you remember, how Gav or Zam recalled it. I think when you described a kind of, wretched hive of scum and villainy in the Mos Eisley type, I already have a place a bit like that. But this place is full of planets, and Chelenosh Prime is a place that you can get away with certain things. And in fact, as we're traveling towards it, I think it would be up to Zam and Otua, probably Zam, given that Otua is flying, to sell the Broken Blades on this diversion. Why are we going Selenos Prime? And so, I think, Zam, we're going to start with a roll with you, if you don't mind, cool, to see what you remember of Chelenosh Prime, given that you suggested it, and I've world built this with your prompt. I'm going to give you advantage on a history check.
Ooh, 11.
11. Okay.
Yep.
What do you know about Chelenosh Prime with an 11? It's Chelenosh. Everybody on Chelenosh Prime speak with funny accent. Yeah?
Okay.
You would also know that it is the planet itself is extremely dangerous. With an 11, your knowledge would come from your frequenting of a place called Mestavaliok. For those of you who joined in the Cerulean Isles campaign, that was a place that we never went to in the Cerulean Isles. But in this world, Mestavaliok, I can only describe as if you crossed Cloud City, Bespin, with Metropolis, the black and white Art Nouveau noir sci-fi film Metropolis.
Yep.
So that basically Mestavaliok exists as a floating city in the substratosphere of Chelenosh Prime. And really, it exists because the atmosphere of Chelenosh Prime is full of magnetic storms. Not the severity of a sundered planet, but certainly one that would encourage a kind of way station. So Mestavaliok floats above the magnetic storms and is connected to the surface of Chelenosh Prime by something called the stratocolumn. The stratocolumn is a space elevator which allows for safe travel of people from Mester Valiok to the surface of Chelenosh Prime without fucking their ship up and trying to land on the surface themselves. With an 11, you don't know much more than that, except Mester Valiok does not fall under the jurisdiction of the ruling people on the surface of Chelenosh Prime. It's like a tax haven, if you like.
Mm.
However, it is heavily unionized and thus heavily regulated. Not heavily regulated. It's like more like there's a lot of bureaucracy that has kind of filled the vacuum of authoritarian rule. And the people there, and you would definitely know in this heavily unionized Cloud City, given that it's not got jurisdiction over anywhere, it's part of the frontier space, then you can acquire things here that you might not be able to by law definitely in consec space or in ascendancy space. You can gamble here. You can smuggle goods here. Getting things onto Chelenosh Prime makes them very difficult to trace. Once they're beneath that magnetic storm, who knows where they've gone. And so, yeah, there's lots of people here who are looking for a place to hide, on the run, looking to make a quick buck, or looking to make their millions. The going down the stratocolumn is overseen by people from the surface. And people from the surface, they all seem to wear this particular armor. You wouldn't know much about it with an 11, but you would know that they're all of the same pale complexion. And so, how do you choose, Zam, to sell the broken blades on this diversion?
I would get them all together and get some sort of ship grog or sat all around the main dining table type of thing, kind of like in Alien when they all come out of cryo and they're just like shooting the shit type of stuff. And I'd be mother. I'd be serving drinks and giving out food and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I would turn to Dee Dee, as I think she's kind of the leader of this group. And just casually into conversation, just drop. You're a long way from home, Dee Dee.
Well, I would have been a lot further if it wasn't for Kryn. I mean, I didn't even think anybody could harness a updraft like that. That was some crazy shit.
Yes, he is a man of certain skills, shall we say. Has special talents.
At that point, our gnome Thrixie pipes in. It's like, the mechanism, I think, is called a mythalar. It's like a really powerful concentration of arcane energy. Like, you could have jumped into that thing and it could have vaporized you. Just saying that to Kryn and Dee Dee.
I would raise an eyebrow at Kryn.
Well, I don't know. If I ever got my hands on a mythalore, I'd be able to tell you a lot more. But fat chance of that ever happening. Those things are rare and really powerful and really expensive, I imagine. And then Thrixie then goes off on a tangent, wondering about thermodynamics versus blah, 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 and does gnome things. Dee Dee just raises her eyebrows.
So, Dee Dee, being part of the Broken Blades, are you kind of like a captain, a general? Like, you're important, right?
Zam, let me tell you, the Broken Blades is not really a militaristic organization. It is a loose collective of people who are basically sick of the Stellar Concourse shit and have got no love for the imperialist astral ascendancy. If I were a captain, I'd be defeating the whole point. We are a collective. We have elected representatives. We meet in secret. And, all I can tell you is that if we make it to Ebonreach, we'll be amongst the friends, and there'll be people who've got just as many axes to grind as you guys do. There's certainly no love for the Ascendancy and no love for the Stellar Concord. No offense, of course, as she reaches out to Ina, who is obviously symbolic of the Ascendancy.
So it's more individual cells scattered around that come together for a greater good?
Yeah, you could say that. Organization is the main challenge, but we really fucking stuck it to the Stellar Concord back on Miracar.
And since Miracar, there's been no formal, how would you say this, like frontline like type of assault? You're saying that there's no formal hierarchy, really?
Oh, there's no formal hierarchy in terms of a command structure. We have an elected council, and we make decisions, with the collective interest of all participants and for the safety and freedom of the free people of the Black Meridian. In terms of organization and arms, we have a loose federation of starships and outposts plotted all around the Astral Ascendancy, but tell you what, even I don't know where they all are, and it's best if it stays that way.
What's the goal of the Broken Blades? I know you're opposed to the Stellar Concord, but
the goal is freedom, democracy, and basically harmony. That's not what the Stellar Concord want. Stellar Concord dress up their security and order, and call it prosperity, call it lucrative trade negotiations and deals. What it is unfettered capitalism and a massively destructive military-industrial complex. And she looks towards Kryn. Kryn, I know you're on the level, but I also know that if we ain't on Brondak, most Dragonborn were co-opted into consec service. Right? You guys are big, you guys are strong, you guys do their dirty work.
That's one way of putting it.
What kind of organization exploits people for the way they are and uses their qualities, what makes them unique, as a weapon to subjugate other people? That ain't right.
Reach into the choir.
Fuck me. Has anyone got anything to drink? And Talon takes a hip flask from inside his coat and kind of throws it over to her. Ah, Dee Dee, always getting on your soapbox, trying to. You're preaching to the converted here, right? There's no one from Consec here. There's no. We just decided to boost out of the shattered hymn without saying goodbye. You're amongst friends. Now, Zam, why the fuck are we going to Chelenosh Prime?
Okay, so I did mention that we're a long way from home for you guys. Between us and home is Stellar Concord space, an astral ascendancy space. So maybe we can recruit, we can find some sort of smuggler, we can find transport at the closest place that I know. Me and O2 have had history here before. We've done a few things. And it's out of astral ascendancy space. Like, if you want to go and knock on someone's door on Erendor and say, "Hey, can we have a lift all the way back to Ebonreach?" Then sure, be my guest. But between a rock and a hard place, I think this is our best shot.
I don't know any people on our side, the Blades, who are holding up on Chelenosh Prime. But it's a damn sight less dangerous, I bet, than sticking around in ascendancy space or going anywhere near Kython. We just can't linger too long. People on Ebonreach have been... we've been deprived of any contact since you busted us out of Helios 7. We need to find a way of getting a message home.
Okay. We'll do that. If that's what you need now, then we'll do that. You are still our guests aboard the Witterquick, and anything we can do to service your needs, we will try and meet. How about that?
I gotta say, I'm not being too demanding, but I am very grateful. We're with you until we're home, at least.
Okay, well, we'll talk about payment later. Hey, how about that?
Are you implying that you would like the Broken Blades to pay you for the taxi home?
I give him a wink. A sly little wink.
Okay. Dee Dee has my initial reaction and like grips the table and leans forward, and Talon puts his arm around her and leans back and is like, he kind of gives you a wink and a smile. Now that this decision has been vocalized and somewhat settled on, Ina, I want you to give me a history check as well, please. I'm going to give you advantage.
Oh, 12.
Better than me.
With a 12, do you think, Kirsty, that there might be a reason Chelenosh Prime is at the border of Ascendancy space? What reason could there be that there is a planet on the very, very border?
To do with getting people in and out?
Oh, like Yeah, well, we know that there's smuggling there, but it's not that. I'll tell with a 12. I will tell you that Chelinosh Prime used to be part of the Ascendancy a long time ago. And we're talking ancient beef. We're talking Northern Ireland and Ireland. It's not that ancient, that beef, but it is so close to Ascendancy space. You would expect in your readings that you have done about all elven culture that there will be some cultural similarities to be found somewhere on Chelinosh Prime to the Ascendancy.
Okay.
But that's with a 12, that's all I
Alright.
can give you. Okay.
Would I have any suspicions one of our might have fled there?
I'm sorry you cut out again, Kirsty. Any suspicions that what?
That Dornavar might go somewhere like that?
Ooh. For the cultural similarity, he is an elf, and you assume that there are lots of elves there, but you've never been. He may have contacts there. I cannot tell you either way, but if that's what you suspect as Ina and as a player, then that sounds plausible to me.
I guess it's a straw to grasp at.
Sure. So we've had a discussion. Is there anything else anyone wants to say or do before we roll for today's travel? Otua, I haven't addressed you directly because you'll be jamming the spells. I tell you what might impact this roll, because we know that you've decided to bring Tharivold, and Tharivold, yeah, I don't know. It's like putting, it might bring some static, as we've discussed before. So just make me a concentration check.
Would you say it's 11 or 21? It's giving me the advantage because for concentration, I have advantage for as being warcaster feat.
Well, I would say in this case, you would normally have disadvantage because of Tharivold, and thus this would cancel out to a straight roll, which
So
would be
11.
an 11.
Yep.
Okay, with an 11, what is your... you've got a con mod of +4. I'm going to add 4 to the next exploration roll. The exploration rolls get more difficult the higher the number.
Okay.
So the lowest you can roll is a 5 out of 20 on the exploration roll. Would you like to make that roll now?
So I can. So D20.
Yeah.
It's a 3.
That's good. So a 7 with the +4. Interesting. Hold on. Here we go. 7. Oh my God. Right. In today's travel, you bank right towards Chelinosh Prime, and you can see in your spelljamming helm that in the far distance there's this like grey, cloudy, swirling planet at the seat of an asteroid belt. an asteroid. It's like it's not like an asteroid belt. It's like a ring around the planet, and we know that the rings are made of ice and debris and stuff like that. But this one has got a lot of floating shit like in the ring. You can see it's possibly a consequence of just a heavily industrialized planet. Scrap and satellites that have just got sucked into this planet's wake. So powerful and dense is Chelenosh Prime's gravity that you can see ships that have crashed into the belt. With that with this exploration roll, you basically see this come in, and you, with Zam's help, manage to spread the Witterquick's horizontal sails wide to give you like a good angle of approach to the atmosphere. However, as you begin to make your descent, all of you would start to feel a metallic taste in your mouth first, and then the hair on the back of your neck would stand on end. I'd like everybody to make a strength or dexterity saving throw.
$11.
Okay, Crin 20, 11 for Otua. Is it 4 or 8 for you, Kirsty? 4. And a 19 for Zam. Okay. Kirsty, I want you to tell me a random item for your inventory. I'm not going to tell you what for. Just pick something from your inventory.
Some ink.
Some ink. Okay. As you are aware of this strange feeling, a vial of ink or a pot of ink from your backpack is pulled out into the air as if it were weightless for a moment, and you try your best to grab it. You're not quick enough as the bottle of ink just floats in space as if it were in zero gravity. Nothing else is affected by this zero gravity. And as you try to grab it, it smashes against the wall of the Witterquick. You lose that pot of ink. Zam, you can see what is causing this strange feeling, and it seems to be a tear. It seems as though perhaps Chelenosh Prime's atmosphere and gravity is so dense that it has pulled something through from a different plane at some point, and there is a scar suspended in the space as you are floating past. What you can feel is the Witterquick, light as it is, being sucked towards this scar as if you could get pulled through the other way. What do you do?
I'm going to scream for Otua from where I am. Hard starboard! And I'm going to run to the sails and start pulling on a sail to collapse aside so we can make a tighter turning circle and get away from it.
Sure, just make a tools check, which is dexterity plus proficiency. Given it's a ship that you know, I'll always give you. You don't really have space vehicle proficiency, but we're overlooking that for a Spelljammer campaign.
16.
16, that's good. So you manage to engineer this hard starboard maneuver, or at least prepare the ship for it. Otua, what are you doing?
I'm listening to Zam. Why wouldn't I?
Okay,
That's starboard.
Then I will give you a. You can make a spellcasting ability or dexterity ability check at advantage with Zam's help.
Just a charisma throw then.
If you want. It's your spell jamming helmet that is allowing you to maneuver the ship.
Spell attack would be more. So I do a spell attack.
That is no. That's because that adds your proficiency to it. So it's just your spellcasting ability is just charisma.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 24 advantage.
Yeah. So with a 24, this strange anomaly. It is a tear. I will say that you get really close to it, but your competency with the Witterquick and Zam's corporation, you will like barrel roll over it so that everybody on the ship gets a good look at this air, and thus I'll give everybody a perception check, see what they can see as Otua expertly barrel rolls over this scar.
That's a nat 1 for mine.
You're busy, mate. You've got a helmet on.
So, Ina, you get the highest. What is very interesting with your perception check there is you get like a weird sensation. For a moment, you see through this scar. I will tell you that, I don't know if I mentioned it already, this is a tear to the astral plane, the plane of dreams. And as you look through it, you get a flash. And for a moment, you are in that city that you were in, talking to that younger elf in monk robes.
Mm.
In the image that you see, he reaches out to you. And as quick as he reaches, you are back on the ship.
Astral plane.
Sorry, Kirsty. All I heard was and then astral plane. Is that what you said?
Just that I tell everybody, that it's the astral plane.
Okay.
Are you guys all still? Like I said, were you guys not all still down below? No, you are not. But what do you mean, astral plane?
Kirsty, I don't know if it's just me. I'm really struggling with Kirsty's connection. Can't tell what she's saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. The video seems really delayed to me. I don't know if... I don't know.
Do you want me to restart?
Well, we're going to go to the break very shortly, so we could try that then. I don't know if joining on your phone might be like easier, or if that might give you a better. Do you know? I don't know. it's up to you to,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I could try it.
Okay.
Just need a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Salem can play instead. So, with this revelation of sorts, that there is a tear to the astral plane just in the, in the orbit of Chelenosh Prime, with Otua's expert piloting, you managed to avoid any complications with the tear and embark upon a descent into Mestevaliok. Oh,
Good
should we
eye.
start in now?
Wait, it looks like she's started.
Can I ask, did the tear look stable? Or I suppose I didn't really see it.
Well, no, you were the 13. Yeah, that was your score,
Yeah.
13. It didn't look like it was growing or shrinking or changing shape. It was more like a scar
Okay.
rather than a portal, if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to ask if I imagine Kryn's experience is a lot of going on to different planets over the past couple of decades.
Yeah.
Is that something that is like a common risk or something that you might have seen before?
Let's make a nature check with advantage, shall we? Like you say, you're experienced. Hey, Kirsty, is that better? Can you hear us all? We can't hear you.
The video looks good.
Video does look good. Oh, definitely heard something then.
Hello.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Fixed it.
Fixed it.
Loads
Do
better,
this
yeah.
forever now.
Yeah, it's 100 million times better than it ever has been.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Brilliant. Sorry, John. You rolled a 7.
It was a 13 actually.
Oh, a 13. Sorry, a 13. I will say that with a 13, that you would know that this is a rarity. It's rare to encounter anything like this. However, with a 13, you probably know that one time in your training for Consec, you prepared in your military drills to defend against an incursion from the astral plane. It was part of Consec's war stratagem. People have been known to, people with spelljammers have been known to, filter in and out of different planes in order to stay undetected.
Mm-hmm. So there was the possibility that some sort of enemy force could emerge, an incursion could emerge through tears.
That was Consec's belief. You've never seen it, but you did participate in drills to defend against it maybe 20 years ago. But it was literally in your basic training.
Whoa, good spot there, Zam. What the heck was that?
I have no idea. I have not seen anything like that before. Looks like a hole.
Was that there last time we came here?
Oh no, definitely not. No, it's a great big ugly thing like that, wouldn't you?
I had a dream last night, and what I saw through that tear was what I saw in my dream.
What?
But it must be the astral plane that I saw.
What's the astral plane?
Plane of dreams, I think.
We could go to people's dreams flying through that.
I don't think it's that easy. But the person that I saw in my dream, I just saw them through that tear.
At this point, Thrixie is like just tinkering with some contraption, and she's just like complete bewilderment. Seems to O2's question, like we could fly into someone's dreams, completely makes her executable stop working. With that, you descend into the stratosphere of Chelinosh Prime. You can see, I'm sorry I don't have a picture of it, you can see this grey planet. It's clouds that are constantly shifting around. It almost looks like a gas giant, so thick are the clouds in the atmosphere. You can see like various tornado events. Again, to an untrained eye, it might look a bit like a sundered planet, but you definitely don't have the level of psionic scarring, and it looks a bit more stable and regular than that, just like weather rather than something, too cataclysmic. That being said, it's a bit of a bumpy ride as you start to hit gravity. And you eventually come to, I guess, this city of Mestivaliok looks like a little bit like a jellyfish. It's got a big dome that contains these Art Nouveau buildings that are all quite old-fashioned. They're very angular in terms of their windows, lots of triangular windows. You can see lots of like searchlights. When I was thinking about Chelinosh Prime, I was thinking of Batman the Animated Series Gotham. Like just that kind of Art Nouveau metropolis. It's a bit dark and a bit old-fashioned. As you enter the atmosphere, and you approach Mestivaliok, you can see big, bulky transport haulage ships. You can see 3 haulage ships coming in a row, and they are carrying this big containment of iron. You can see this dark iron metal being taken off planet. One of them gives you a big honk, which you hear through your spelljamming helm, O2. You just hear as these 3 haulage trucks go past the Whittaquick, and using its nimble abilities, you manage to actually fill the gap that they left on a docking platform. The reason I say it looks like a jellyfish and it's like a dome, because underneath you have these tendrils going low, and that is where the vertical docking platforms are. All the ships dock vertically, so you'd have a weird time stepping off, and then your gravity plane would shift. But there is one particularly thick tendril that goes down as far as you can see beneath the clouds, and you guys would know, having visited this place before, that is the strato column, the space elevator. And that is like a spine, almost like a spinal cord, heavily reinforced and inaccessible from the outside as a space elevator. But yeah, you are able to dock in place of these haulage freighters that have just left. And just as you are about to dock, you get a message. The message through your spelljamming helm sounds like this. They say, Dravarjin Sarfachil.
I'm sorry. Come again.
There's a little bit of static. You don't speak Chelin.
Yeah. I'm a master of many tongues, but not that one, I'm afraid.
Welcome to Mr. Valiok. And they say another Chelinish phrase, but then they say it's one Sivra against the Drovek. And yeah, you realise that maybe the last time you visited here, you weren't the person spelljamming. Maybe you didn't have the direct contact with the dockmaster, but they definitely speak this Chelin language that you do not understand.
Does anyone speak Chelin?
It doesn't look like any of you guys do.
I thought you did.
No, it's if I have, I must have forgotten it.
Talon speaks up. I can throw a few words and phrases together, but I think Latch does. Isn't that right? And she kind of comes out from her quarters, having not really been present. She's like, "Why the fuck are we here?"
I thought you guys went through this. I thought, did we not cover this?
I was taking a nap. Who the hell decided to take us to Chelinosh Prime?
I did.
And she utters an incomprehensible sequence of swear words that sound like Grail Vaxo Krevna Drovek. At that point, it would dawn on you, Zam, with your history check from earlier. She has the same pale complexion of the uniformed guards to the Strato column.
I would do the Spider-Man point. You're home.
And she just says, "What did they say to you?" In her now Chelish accent that she reveals.
I'm not quite sure. Do you want me to get them to repeat it?
You could actually replay it from your spelljamming helm.
I'll replay it from my spelljamming helm then.
It just said like Dravarzin Zarvashil. And she just rolls her eyes and says, "They say that to everybody. It's a common miner's blessing. Iron remembers, the fire still burns." It was friendly.
I'll make a note of it.
If you think I'm nerdy enough to have invented a whole language, then you'd be right.
I like that, Latch. That's nice. I'll definitely hang on to that one.
I suppose you guys are not going to successfully navigate Mr. Valiok without me. However, my advice to you is to keep your blades at your side. Don't gamble anything you can afford to lose, and do not piss off the KFZ.
So the KGB.
They were my inspiration for the KFZ, yeah.
Who would the KFZ at, Latch?
Hold on. Where's my bit? KFZ stands for Komitet Fraktura Zakaz.
Okay. They bad news?
No, but they decide who goes up and down the strato column. They are religious zealots. They will not allow anybody down who has not got the piety to receive an invitation to go down and observe their worship of a dead god. But in the real world, they also are not very accommodating to bribes and will only accept fully approved union credentials to go down. Basically, if you piss them off, you go nowhere on this planet.
Were we planning to go to the surface?
At this point, Dee Dee splits up. It's like, well, if they're kind of bottlenecking trade to the planet's surface, there's got to be some valuable stuff down there, right?
Maybe we should go to the surface.
At this point, well, Latch just says, it's your funeral. And with that, the gravitonic clamps engage the Witterquick, and you are aboard Mr. Valiok. And we will be back. You docked at Mr. Valiok, this nouveau sky city connected via this spinal column, strato column, to the surface. It smells a bit like smells like oil and grease. It's like you've just set down at like an oil rig at this part, and there's lots of spiral staircases, lots of industrial lifts at this point. You see various like space trucker types, as Gav alluded to at the start with his description of the alien kind of conversation around the table. This is very much those two dudes fighting over their union credits, like as they kind of slug around in the underbelly of Mr. Valiok, making sure that the city stays afloat. You can see like gas vents, and emerging from one of the industrial lifts, you see a gnome with a clipboard. They seem to be waiting for you to disembark and address them.
Have we got any volunteers from the crew to stay and look after Faravold? Some of us that are leaving.
Dee Dee and Talon volunteer to stay behind. We'll keep an eye on the ship. If you need us, holler, I guess, says Dee Dee.
We're here, Sam. What's the thinking? Have you got somewhere in mind to go to?
Just the usual dive bars. There's got to be people who do transport from here, right? It's a bit of a trade hub.
Well, it's better see what we can find then.
What do you think about Latch? What's going on there?
I mean, she didn't seem too pleased to be home, but she's not kicked off too much. It's not like she's not being helpful while in a few moments we've got here.
No, I mean, like, she seems decent, but if we went back and I just went, oh, hi, Scrapjacks, here's O2. It's not going to go well, right? Am I overthinking it, do you think?
I think so. I can't imagine she'd be willing to walk around freely if she was in any sort of danger.
She emerges from the Witter Quick and busts past both of you. Mr. Valiok is not dangerous. Darkusk, however, don't go there unless you've said your prayers. And she points down, and now you are now looking down. You're standing vertically. The gravity plane is vertical, though. So as you look down, you are physically looking down to the surface of the planet, and you can see the stratocolumn. I'm going to give you... This is a DC 20 perception check, folks.
Ooh.
Can't see a problem.
Easy.
I got a 9.
I got a 21.
Zan, you squint. Well, you don't really squint because you don't really have eyeballs. But your skull floats to the front of your gelatinous membrane as the reflection of the surface of Chelenosh Prime cascades over where your face would be. And for a moment in that reflection, the clouds part and you can see a city connected to the stratocolumn, which you infer is called Darkusk. Latch.
Wait, Latch, we don't want to go to the big city?
You don't go there frivolously and without the approval of the KFZ. Although if you're able to get approval or union dispensation, the Shadow Kai, and she identifies herself as such, you won't find better warriors anywhere in the Ascendancy than here.
Okay, and you're good to be back here, yeah?
I left of my own volition. I don't quite let's say, I don't quite subscribe to a lot of their idealism. They, what is the word? And she says a few different words in Chelish. She's kind of searching for the word. Vaktzor Krevnach. I do not idolize or worship the gods or the dead god like they do down there.
Okay. It's very religious then.
Oh, devoutly so. You don't see many religious worlds these days. That's probably why Chelinosh Prime is, I don't know, on the outskirts of things. Not really watching from the sidelines, not really participating in all of this territorial jockeying between the Ascendancy and Consec.
Yeah, true. If you're from here, though, Latch, you'll know how to get us down to the city, right? Past all these, what did you call them, ZMP guys?
KFZ.
That's it, yeah. I knew it was something like that.
Sure, I know the easy way and the hard way. Which one would you prefer?
The cheap way.
Oh, neither way is cheap.
Fuck. That might be a problem.
One will cost you a lot of union bribes. The other might cost you your life.
Wonder which one OTO would go for.
Still, there's money to be made. You will spend it on bribes if you wish. I have no desire to return to Darkusk, but if you end up wrangling a way down, I'd be happy to be a tour guide. For the price, of course. And she nudges Otua as if to return the same troll that he gave, that Zam gave Didi earlier.
I was thinking that I'd bump into someone down there that would be able to get you guys back to Evanreach. But if you're from here, you know any long distance transport?
That would be something you could potentially talk to one of the unions. There is various, all the unions pay for transportation of various goods, employees, information. Perhaps just find the right union and they might be able to provide the right ship.
Okay. And there's no affiliation here. Like, if you tell them you're Broken Blades, would that be okay? They're not bothered by that type of stuff?
I would not start with it, but I don't think we have any animosity with the Blades to the Chelish people.
Okay.
Should we be concerned that gnome has been waiting for us for about 10 minutes now?
You see this malnourished-looking male wearing red cloth garments over leather armor keeps his long greying hair in a rat tail that goes over his shoulder. His grey eyes dart around the room hyperactively, like gnomes are inclined to do. And you see he's like...
Hi there. The Iron remembers.
The Iron remembers indeed. I am Wiggins Woggletop. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Wiggins, was it?
Wiggins Woggletop.
What can we do, you saw?
Hold on 1 second. I work for Neil Dalkin as part of the Descent Scheduling Office. You are here on what business? For our records, of course.
I mean, we're just here for pleasure, but I don't suppose if we happen to find any work, that would be a problem, would it?
No, of course. There's a job board going for all the jobs get shared around the unions, and any union jobs that aren't taken up get put back on the job board. If you make your way to the central district, I'm sure you'll be able to find some work. There's plenty of cold iron to be had from down on the surface, but you need approval from the Cold Iron Miners Assembly. You don't have any Fae on board, do you?
Do we have any... Sam, we don't have any Fae, do we?
You're muted there, Cav.
I don't know what a Fae is. Is it food?
Some of them are small enough to eat, but I would not recommend it. Fae creatures are from an alternate dimension, the plane of fairy. Not many places can access it out here in the Black Meridian, but people come from all over, and we just want to make sure that we have a record of any comings and goings of any Fae creatures, And he kind of, his eyes dart more nervously around, and he looks quizzically at the Witterquick.
Kryn, are you Fae?
Do I look like a fairy?
Good point. No, I don't think we've got any Faes.
Very good. Well, if you would like a parking permit, that'll be 3 gold pieces per day.
Do you want that up front or when we leave?
Are you a union member?
Not with this union, no.
Then I'd like it up front, please, as per the regulations.
It's like, how long are we... Do you need to know how long we're staying now, or can I pay you per day, or...
Oh, yeah. My union pays me handsomely to keep an astute record of the comings and goings of every ship on this dock. So, yes, I would like to know how long you're staying for, what you're here for. You said pleasure. And thus, I'll be able to charge you the correct amount.
We look going, how long do you think? A day? Couple of days? A week?
I don't know. Just tell him a day, and if it were longer than a day, then...
If you'd like to make any unforeseen changes to your schedule, please report to Near Dalkin.
Yeah, we'll do all that.
We'll pay for 3 days, and I'll pay him.
Excellent, Your Highness.
No. 9 gold, is it?
Elven arithmetic is flawless.
Here you go.
Thank you very much.
Do you have a record of everybody that passes through here?
That's my job.
But you keep that very confidential, I imagine.
Union affiliation members are entitled to a certain degree of confidentiality. Other people, not so much.
Interesting. Anyone that's passed through recently that looks just like me?
None quite so beautiful as you, my lady.
The name of Dornavar, ring any bells?
Dornavar? Oh, that's a strong elven name. I don't know. Does it? And he kind of winks at you and smiles.
I give him another 5 gold.
Oh, that will give you advantage and +2 to your persuasion check.
Okay.
It's a DC 15.
Getting fleeced there, Kirsty.
That's all right. I'm a rich princess. Advantage. I got 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you hand him 5 gold, and you say,
Yeah.
The name was Dornavar. That's an elven first name, correct?
Yes. Let me just-
Dornavar.
Does anyone remember his last name? I can't remember right now.
Give me 1 second.
Dornavar Ormathax? Is that true?
You know, the name of the whole house.
Of the whole
Yeah.
shindig?
Oh, Dornavar Ormathax.
Mm.
There's a member of one of the triarchal houses that you're looking for.
Well, I'm just asking you if he's passed through here.
Well, I'm afraid if you're looking for an Ormathax, I might need to do a more thorough search.
How
What's
can it
that
be more
again?
thorough if he is more significant to you? If he was someone that you'd never heard of, I might understand needing to do a more thorough search, but
A more thorough search would be required in matters that were more sensitive. Wink, wink.
He's asking you
Give
for
him-
more gold, you know.
I'm not stupid. I give him 3 more gold.
Excellent. Well, let me check my records. And he literally just flips over his clipboard. Ormathax, nope. No Dornavar Ormathax here, but for your persuasive request and your generous offering to a union member like myself, I hereby grant you 5 drink coupons.
What?
As a way of smoothing the transaction. I'm sorry I wasn't able to provide you with any identity of any Ormathax person, Dornavar or otherwise. But I can help you by giving you these union-approved drink coupons.
Thank you. I trust that I have remunerated you appropriately, that if on our way out of here you have heard his name, you will let me know.
I'll be sure to keep an eye out for any arrivals, as is my job.
Okay, I'll turn away from him and say, mutter to Zam, this man is a walking terms and conditions.
Yep. I normally like O2 I do this, but
The coupons are only available at the King's Tankard between the hours of 8 and 10. As you walk off.
A rip-off.
I can't believe you've made him richer than me.
Hey, we have a share of some riches.
Latch is like, don't forget about that 1,000 gold pieces we got.
That's what I mean. But
Well,
he did give me 5 drink tokens, and there are 6 of us? 6, 7? Us 4. Latch, Thrixie. Is that it?
yeah,
Dee Dee and Talon are on board.
Yeah. 6, is it then?
Oh, so he gave us 6 drink tokens? Or
No,
he
no.
still gave us 5?
5.
What? Tight.
Oh.
Fine.
O2 I can't have a drink. You can't drink and drive. So.
Frixie, just
Hello.
I want you to make sure you get a good rest because you've been working really hard. But when you've had a bit of a break, what do you think the chances are of improving the weapons on the Witterquick?
Oh. I mean, the Witterquick does not have the hull space of a larger vessel, and thus any additional weaponry may come at the cost of replacing an existing piece of weaponry.
What about improving what we've got already? You know, like improving the loading times or something on one of those weapons.
Oh, you want an autoloader? Nice.
Just something to speed it up, maybe. I don't know. That's something we can work on.
Well, sure. Let's ask around. I'll keep an eye out. There's got to be some, weaponsmiths or mechanists or artificers around here. It looks like an industrial type place. Somebody's got to be keeping this place in the atmosphere.
You just keep an eye out for that. Keep that in the back of your mind.
Will do. Latch is like, what's priority number one?
Well, we need to get transport to Ebenreach, really.
And she looks down. You mean you broke me out of prison and barely gave me enough time to go shopping before we go straight to work?
Barzam. We're going to a bar.
You're not in a rush. Dee Dee seems to be in a rush, but you're not in a rush.
Deedy Schmeedy.
Okay, then, tour guide. Get tour guiding.
What was the name of the inn that our vouchers were useful for? The King's something?
The King's Tankard.
King's Tankard. Between 8 and 10.
Oh, and wouldn't you know, it's about 10 to 8 right now.
Wow.
Wow, imagine.
So Latch leads you through this bustling metropolis. There are wide cut sidewalks, but there aren't really streets or horses. The transportation here is done mainly on kind of a monorail. There's different like monorail carts going around this, kind of advanced floating city. You see most of the places that you clock as you emerge from the dock quarters are very industrial. You see lots of warehouses. I'd like a group perception check while we're here.
I don't know about you, Zam, but I feel quite at home with all this industry. It's a nat 20 there, I think.
I'm going to guide myself.
No offense to Ina, but I'm more comfortable here. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a little. This is me and you, right?
The Shattered Hymn was lovely, but this is probably where we belong, really.
Yeah. I don't think we're welcomed on the Shattered Hymn anymore.
But, yeah, we might have burnt that bridge.
I don't think I'm welcome on the Shattered Hymn anymore.
I don't think we'll go anywhere where you're not welcome.
I don't see how that's true.
That's like worrying about the third eyesight opening. Like, I'm sure they will just they'll be fine.
Corinne, what about you? Is this a you type of place, or should we drop you off on the Shattered Hymn on the way back?
Oh, yeah, that'll be a treat, won't it? This is a better place than the Shattered Hymn was.
You're in what you see a big sign. It's in Chelish, but Latch turns around and says, "This is the Undercity. Used to call it Storm Breach after a really big storm breached the bottom in the early days of Mr. Valiok. You can still see some of the scarring and the damage. They keep it here as a reminder not to let the gravitational switches go too low. There's lots of union tunnels, and these monorails will get you to the other districts. But the central square of the Undercity is not far." She looks down to Thrixie. We might even find a few more grease monkeys like you know a thing or two about weapons. She looks toward Kryn and Ina, who are the people who, amongst all the people here, look like they fit in the least. She says, maybe you two try and maybe find something which makes you look a little bit less narky. You step on to a monorail, and you just hear like a ding ding. There are basically loads of tired dock workers and industrial people. Like some of them are just starting shifts, some of them are coming off shifts. There's a whole like hodgepodge of different races. You see like a really large, almost like pig-like orc. Not a kind of a race of orc that's very common, but they're big tusks, kind of like a receding hairline, and like grease all over their face. They carry like a huge, oversized wrench. You see two lizard folk chatting to each other in some like clickety-clackety language that you've never heard before. They seem to be rich in some kind of gossip-based conversation. You see a few kind of more stony-faced elves look in like long trench coats with clipboards. Latch like leans into Otua. Watch out for those ones. They're Union knocks. And yeah, you only one or two stops until you're in the central square. It is you see like you can't really see the bubble, the outer membrane of Mester Valiant from here. You can see loads of overhanging kind of structures like cross beams that are keeping the kind of substratum of the city like all intact. You can still see like steam vents and like storage warehouses, but as it opens up a little bit, you can see a big statue, and the statue is partially destroyed. It's of an elven worker, it seems. They're kneeling down, and they are clutching some kind of flag. At least that's what you think it would be if from the shoulder and across the flagpole down to the underarm, the statue has been severed or destroyed. And you can see various bits of scaffolding with a view to rebuilding. Upon a cursory inspection, it looks like the scaffolding's been there for years, and looks like this rebuilding project, this civic project, has maybe got tied up in a lot of bureaucracy. It's not far from that statue. You see there is a makeshift pond with a fountain. You see next to the fountain there's a sign that the pond water is reused and repumped around the Undercity, so no spitting, bathing or urinating in the pond. There's like a really big sign, and it's eligible for an unlimited fine if you end up sullying the pond. But you move past the pond onto the square, having got off the monorail, and in this square, you can see a few people kind of sitting outside, just kind of shooting the shit. There's a few people reading the paper, and you see this squat, kind of brutalist-looking bar with kind of one long, thin window that goes all the way around the edge. And you see it's got a crown and a flagon just merged together as a logo. And you can see there is quite a large dwarf, not a tall dwarf, like a very stout dwarf, leaning on the outside with a little device, clicking it as people go, come out of the tavern. He's wearing like a trench coat that seems quite bulky, kind of struggling to conceal some armor that he's wearing underneath.
Is that where we're heading, Latch?
After you.
Sure, yeah. That's great. I remembers.
Aye, so it does. Not seen you around here before. You're definitely someone I don't remember.
Yeah. Is this one? We've not been to this one, have we, Zam?
No.
Are you union members?
Okay, look straight to Latch. No?
Aye, then you'll need to use the side entrance.
Whereabouts is that?
He points you around the corner.
How do you get to be a union member? Everyone keeps talking about being a member of this union.
It depends what union you're talking about. There's many unions here on Mr. Valiok. I think more of some and less than others, but it depends what your skills are. We could always use hands in Mr. Valiok. What's your specialty? What's your industry?
I'm pretty dab hand at fixing things. I'm we've known to acquire things as well.
Import and export, he means.
Yeah.
Oh, you're traders. Well, we have a lot of people come in and trade in the resources that you can acquire from down below on the planet's surface, especially cold iron. They make mighty fine weapons out of cold iron sought after across the Black Meridian. However, you'll have to speak to... Hold on. If you want to go down and get a job with them, you will have to go and speak to the Cold Iron Miners Assembly. Krusk von Kleep's your name you're looking for.
Whereabouts is the Miners Assembly?
Oh, that's in one of the upper levels. Latch tells you, I know where it is.
Yeah. Are you a member of the union?
Are you talking to the bouncer now?
The bouncer guy, yeah.
I'm a member of the Doorman and Bouncers Collective.
Ah, yes, we've heard of them. They're great, aren't they?
Aye. We run the whole gamut from the Undercity out into the Grey Strata, the Docking Halo, where you presumably have just come from. The Union Core is where you'll find most Union offices, including where you'll find Krusk's warehouse.
I assume you control the Strato column as well. You're mighty important guys.
Oh no, the Strata column is off Union limits. That's the KFZ's territory. I wouldn't be applying to join them anytime soon.
I can't believe they took that off the unions.
Aye, unions built this place, and then the KFZ tried to oversee or strangle its prosperity. But we won't be kept down by any religious zealots. The unions are power to the people, and people will always be powerful.
Yeah, the fire still burns.
Just make a little charisma check there, Otua.
Any particular or just a charisma?
Just charisma.
Yeah. That's a 9. 14, sorry.
How's the queue looking around the side?
Have a look. How is it looking around the side?
Oh, as soon as you peer, you can see a line of people waiting to get, non-union members waiting to get in the union bar. And it is one in, one out, and you can see at least 35 people waiting who look like they've been there a while.
Pretty terrible, I'll be honest. I think we might be here a while for all of us to get in.
It's coupon redemption hour in about, the 2 hours starts in about 3 minutes. I could let you in if you like.
That would be mighty fine of you, sir.
Oh, I wouldn't do it for free, though.
Always a price.
I think I'd say to us, I like this place.
I thought you might.
And so, start scrounging into his pockets, looking at, scrounging into his pocket.
So
Not just going to pay for everything.
That's some nice looking incense you've got there.
Oh no, you can't. I've got some gold. I've got. That's scrappy. I've got at least 3 gold here.
3 gold. If you chuck in the incense, I'll let you and your buddies get in now.
Hang on. Start screaming through his pockets some more. 4 gold.
I'll give you a persuasion check at disadvantage. DC 12.
I cast guidance.
Hey.
Disadvantage is a 16. Do you want me to roll a d4 for it too?
Go for it.
$17.
17. This dwarf has, he appreciated you chatting to him and definitely chucking in a few of the, the lingo that you've heard already. So he takes you 4 gold and says, don't tell anybody, I'll let you in. I'll lose my job. Go on.
Much appreciated. Mum's the word.
And you enter the king's tankard. The inn inside, even though it's got brutalist concrete outside, inside it's got quite simple wooden skeleton, as if it was meant to look much more appealing on the outside. Once you're in, you're in. There's these long windows, this long window that goes all the way around that is, you can see there's a metal shutter that goes all the way around and a big lever just behind the bar, as if this bar could be converted into some kind of bunker at a moment's notice. The floor is filthy, covered in oil, discarded tapped junk, bits of straw. It smells really bad. It smells badly of body odor in here. But you can see there is a certain charm to it. There's people who have stuck different bills and contracts and currency to the walls. There's portraits and graffiti of that symbolize kind of good times had by working stiffs after long, hard days. There is accommodation to the back, but at the head of the bar, serving people pretty judiciously at this very busy time, or it's certainly about to get very busy, is a male elf with a pale complexion. The smell of boiled eggs and barley kind of ruminate through the bar, and you can see lots of people drinking this like brown sudded ale, and are kind of drinking it quite liberally. Some people, it looks like, might have been here since yesterday's shift ended. Well, this is about how far your beer tokens will get you. Might as well go redeem them. I'm fine for the brown ale, honestly.
Oh, is it bad?
It's just not to my taste.
Can I get you something else?
Sure, literally anything, and she throws you a platinum piece.
Okay. I'll go to the bar.
Okay, at the bar, you see there's an opportune time to get in, and you see this male pale elf. He's got like slick back hair tied back into a ponytail. He's wearing a waistcoat. He's got a pencil behind his ear. He sees you straight away. It's like, not often we get the astral here.
Oh, hi. Hello. 5 of whatever these tokens get me, please.
He speaks Rindorian to you. Well,
I'll speak it back.
That'll get you 5 of these. And he literally just reaches under and grabs 5 without pouring them. They're all pre-poured brown ales from underneath the bar.
Thank you. And something else for someone who wanted something different. Something more pleasant?
Something different, and you can hear his Chelish accent coming through. Are they local or foreign?
Local.
Then they'll like this. And he goes to the top shelf and brings down this clear brandy type concoction. As soon as he takes the topper off, there is a like stinging sensation in your nostrils, and the sides of your sides of your eyes begin to water a little bit. It's as if someone had just opened a stale bottle of Ray and Nephews right under your nose. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take that.
Do you fling them the platinum piece? Did you say?
Does he? Well, what does he charge me?
If you fling in the platinum piece, he would return you 8 gold pieces.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that. So I would just take them straight back over to
Latch. He pours himself one of the glasses and says to you, hold on. Torvdrovek. And shuts it.
I'll respond. The fire still burns.
He kind of like acknowledges. They didn't expect you to say that as a astral elf.
Oh. Okay.
And you return to Latch, who's got you all a table in a booth around the side. It is busy in here. You can see a sign over a stage to the right-hand side, and it says next scheduled performance by the Entertainments and Festival Events Guild in T minus 25 minutes.
Oh. If the performance is as good as this beer, then we're in trouble, lads.
Can I have a sip of the beer? Is it how is it?
Yeah, I'm not drinking that.
For all intents and purposes, it's warm Newcastle brown.
What does that mean,
all right with that.
please?
Just warm, cheap brown ale. It's not particularly offensive, but it's definitely not nice.
How are you finding that, Corinne? Is that your sort of taste?
Corinne kind of takes a sip of it and goes, sounds like half. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast prestidigitation on it and just chill it down a bit.
Yeah, sure. You manipulate the flavour to make it a little bit more palatable.
I see Kryn down in it, and I just push mine over to him. Like, oh, I'm good.
So in the hustle and bustle, you all take in a sip of your union-approved drinks in the union-approved bar. One or two people who were in the queue have just come in, and they've noticed you, and they're like, you can see, you get a few like dirty looks, like, how the fuck did they get in here before us? But no one chooses to kick off in the King's Tankard. It'd be like kicking off in a beer cellar. You never know quite who you're going to offend. So, what's your objective?
Like, do you think if we get part, this union thing, I can't get my head past it. I think we might be more successful in our endeavours if we have some sort of credentials. But then, is that a whole thing? We just want to get these guys back to Ebenreach. It doesn't really matter how we do it, right?
I mean, if we're laying low for a few days, we can either sit around eating and drinking or keep busy.
Yeah, but they're going to have some bone task for us to do, aren't they? Oh, take this shipment of crab's legs to this place. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be something like that. And we just want to go to Ebenreach, like it's not.
I mean, we won't know unless we ask, and then if it is something you don't fancy doing, Zam.
Hey, don't put it on me. You don't want to do those types of jobs either.
There's only one way to earn money in this world.
Somebody overhears you and goes, "Ain't that the truth?" Hey! And downs their pint.
Latch, do you know of anyone that does transportation around here? Or what the best way? We're obviously trying to help you guys get back to Ebenreach, but you're a subject matter expert here. Is there long distance freight? Is there some, I don't know, luxury pleasure barges that travel around? I don't know.
Those things, I would say. I would say that freight travel is quite dangerous, especially this close to the combat zones and the scrapjack belt. I would guess that lots of these cold iron traders get held up before they even get to the Stellar Concord. Probably why they come heavily guarded. There's probably some protection rackets out here. Not that I've ever been needed protection. And she smiles and downs her very disgusting, clear brandy type ale spirit. I would say that either you want to get union credentials to try and get yourself or get us the best deal, but depends. You could get union membership, or you could find another way of getting a dissent token. Maybe finding out what more secure options there might be down below. Surely it's safer traveling with an army of religious zealots just transporting people on business rather than people transporting goods.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Up to you. Probably more difficult, involve a lot more lying, and certainly involve a lot more interaction with the KFZ. Still, I don't want to tell you how you did your job. You broke me out of Helios 7. You guys know what you're doing.
Yeah, obviously. Guys,
Yep.
guys,
Do you all just want to make me a perception check?
Yeah.
The 23.
18.
18, 23, 12, 8. That is just a group pass. So I will tell you. You can see various union representatives here, and they're all flash their papers to each other as if that is kind of how people greet each other here. It's a busy place, and instead of, what union are you with, people just show their papers to each other, their credentials. You get the impression that one or two people seem to be holding up multiple credentials. And that kind of draws a little bit of chatter. You also see people literally trading credentials for tokens. These they look like poker chips, but they're made of cold iron, and they have a square in the middle. And so suddenly, even though this is a union-approved bar, you get the impression that if this were any other place, this would be a den of iniquity. Corruption runs rife in the King's Tankard. It's busy. There's people busting shoulders with each other. You see a few other people weaving in and out of the crowd. Something about the atmosphere just makes you draw your drinks closer and look over your shoulder. What do you do now?
We're going to try and swipe some credentials.
Really?
That's the easiest way, right?
I say easy. I'm very clumsy.
Can I cast Detect Thoughts, please?
On whom?
Well, because I've got it for a minute, I would want to try and cast it on the people who are flashing their credentials. Just to
Detecting the surface thoughts?
Yeah, just detecting the surface thoughts of, because if they're flashing their credentials, I'm hoping that someone's going to be thinking about what their credentials are. I'm in this union or I'm in that union. That's the sort of, I'm trying to flick between a few of them that I can see to get that sort of information.
Does this spell work the same way as the 2015 version, where you don't need to make a save to get the surface level thoughts?
I'm just trying to display that's it. So you can sense the presence of thoughts. You don't need to read them. You can learn what the target's on right now.
Yeah. Okay. Then the nearest person to you has their back to you, and you see them flash their credentials to their companion. This person is a male elf. They are pale, like Latch and like the barman, but this guy is particularly large, kind of broad for an elf. He also has a tight ponytail. In the moment that you access his mind, you access that he is a member of the Gravitic Stabilization Union. He is one of the people who works on the Maglift Assembly, the thing that keeps Mester Valiok up.
What was that union again?
The hold on, it's the Gravitic Stabilization Union. Name.
So as Zam says, are we going to steal someone's credentials? Like, I see if I can find a mark.
Are you gonna focus on him or keep finding more people?
I would, in an ideal world, be looking for someone with any sort of physical similarities to myself, Ina, or any of the group. Latch.
Sure. Then what we're going to do is a perception check in the first instance. Just tell me a result, if you will.
That is a natural 1, but I'm going to use my heroic inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take that 21 or roll again?
Roll again for me.
Yeah. 21.
Hey, nice. It was meant to be. Hold on. You weave in and out, making your way around. Like you say, you are a lot smaller than most people here, but there are other people of your size. And you fixate on a female halfling who is roughly your size. A small, smaller than a male halfling, but you're small for a halfling. They are clad in dark leathers, and she has like a 2-foot long braid, so it almost goes down to the floor. She, as you notice her, I think, are you trying to be stealthy, or do you think, or are you just kind of walking up to her?
I'm kind of just, like circling the edge of the bar if I can, just to I'm not
sure. I'll give you a stealth check at advantage because you are very small compared to everybody else in here.
21.
Oh yeah. You see, she's like looking from side to side. She like scowls a little bit and then kind of quaffs as much of her ale as she can. With your 21, you would find a second person who is kind of like perhaps a party member. We'll see who. You see a male dragonborn who is nearly as tall as Kryn, but not very much in terms of his build. He actually looks quite bedraggled and hungry. He is propped up right at the end of the bar near the accommodation. Is your detect thoughts still up?
Yeah, I mean this is what we're trying to do in that minute to walk around and see them.
So for this dragonborn, this was what's on his mind. You hear you feel kind of his initial thoughts, and he's drowning his sorrows. He feels very sad. He's remembering a conflict on Brondak. Lots of Dragonborn warriors died, and he's literally drowning his sorrows thinking about those. The halfling in the dark leathers, she is pretty much doing what you're doing. She is looking for marks. So with you 21, those are the two closest people you see. It's going to be very, very difficult to find anyone like Zam anywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll like go back to the table where we're sat. Like, so there's I've got a few options. If we're going with your thoughts, Sam, there's a quite a tough looking elf over there who's in a union. There's a skinny dragonborn Kryn. I don't know if you've spotted him drowning his sorrows at the bar. Or there's a female halfling who we can't trust as far as we can throw her.
Listen, all I'm saying is I can cause a pretty big distraction if this is the route we want to go down. But I'm also open to suggestions from the group. If you guys want to do something else, then let's talk it out.
We can get.
But me and O2 have done this type of thing before. This is why I'm bringing it up.
We can get hold of some papers, make a pretty decent shot, forging some.
No, if we get hold of the papers, we wouldn't need the forgery, would we? Unless you want to, I get what you mean, like take them and put them back.
Could be.
As you say that, you see a couple of people step onto the stage. The stage you can see is cast in green light that seems to emerge magically. And it seems to present a Shadarkai woman. She steps onto the stage. Someone comes up to her before she's anywhere near any kind of musical performance and like whispers to her, and she like nods reassuringly and shows her credentials. And then she about faces, and she's dressed in this patchwork leather dress which looks homemade. Her hair is pulled back, and there is a streak of white in the back. She approaches a magical PA system and speaks into it as her voice resonates. Good evening, kings and queens of the King's Tankard. Selka Braith, and I'm here to take you on into the evening. And a few people start clapping. Few whistles. It doesn't seem to distract many of the crowd from what they're doing. But she opens up a case and takes out a kind of synth punk lute that is, you can see, instead of plucking strings, you can see she kind of like a theremin, she puts on like a metal gauntlet, and as her fingers drum some invisible strings, they make a magnetic connection that seems to make a really kind of gentle electronic sound that sounds almost like a synth organ as she's playing it. And this really strange, unique sound is much more distracting, and lots of people hush and turn and stand. Where are you looking? I will ask. I know, obviously, O2 has been looking around, but I'm going to ask the rest of the party. Ina, where are you looking?
I don't think robbing credentials would be the natural thought for Ina, so I think she would be happily distracted by Selka and watch her. What? Where do you say she was? What race was she?
She's a Shadow Kai, a pale elf.
Cool.
They seem to be
like everybody else
to,
around here, yeah.
like a lot of people you've seen. Selka Braith is her name.
Oh, one word, Selka Braith?
No, I've put it in the chat.
Oh, great. Oh my God, I wrote it down perfectly.
Well done. So as you're focusing on her, she lifts her chin as she strums along this mag resonance lute, and as she breathes in, she begins to sing into this PA system. I won't sing it, but I'll tell you the lyrics that you hear.
Mm-hmm.
Down past the storms where the memory sleeps, we hammer our names into the cold iron deeps. Zakaz we honour, but the work is our pride, for none tamed the storms like the souls who've died. And then she lulls into a little bit of instrumentalism, and there's a bit of a murmur as some of the crowd begin to sway and nod and raise their drinks. You see a wreath of union symbols descend behind her. The different symbols of the different unions are, you can see pickaxes, grav spanners, and the fractured circle of the Lamedy, which takes a central position on the banner behind her. As she steps lightly to the beat of her song, she says, "O Mester Valiok, O city of stars, hold fast our stories, our grief, our scars. With the thunder below us and death in the air, we rise, we descend, because someone must dare." And at that point, that's like the chorus that loads of people in the bar start joining in with. I will ask Zam where he's looking.
I think Sam has got his eyes on Otua. Like, if Otua is shifting about and he's up to no good, he would be keeping a little brother, big brother, watchful gaze over him. And maybe taking in the music and things like that, but more assessing the room than getting involved with the music. Like, still like on guard type of thing.
Sure. I'll take a perception check.
A big 9.
Oh, it maybe somewhere in the second verse you lose Otua.
Yeah,
He's very small.
fair enough.
Crane, what about you?
I'm asking present company, because we got Latch and Thrixie.
Yeah.
Who's the most sleight of hand?
Oh, Thrixie, Twitty.
So, I think what I'd like to do is I'll enlist Thrixie to. I'm going to see what I can do with the Dragonborn. See an opening. This paper. And I will.
She like pulls down her like steampunk goggles and literally like goes to jump into the crowd.
Awesome. I'll take Zam's drink that he gave me, still full, and my half, and I'll go over to the Dragonborn. Honor to meet another scale skin, and I pass him the drink.
She like, sorry, it's a he. Sorry, he he doesn't hear you first. You can the music is quite loud at this point. What did you call me?
I just gesture the drink, hand him one, and put the other hand on his shoulder.
Ah. Not every day you see another scale skin.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Hakai. I'll give him a fake name. I'll shake his hand.
I'm Pog.
What do you say, Pog?
Yeah, his name is Pogranix, but he calls himself Pog. You see, when you kind of like budged into her, he seems to have an injury on his left-hand side, and he kind of holds his arm like into himself, but then chinks the glass you just gave him.
How did you earn this one?
Another ill-thought-out liberation. How did you get out?
A long time ago. I was 5 years old when I left Brondaki.
Oh, you're lucky. You didn't have to suffer through all the conflict getting out as a kid. Looks like whoever raised you fed you well.
Felt bad for leaving, you know. I kind of lean in. I'll just try to draw him into my conversation, basically, and distract him.
You're distracting him. You can make a persuasion check if you're kind of drawing him in. I'll give you advantage.
Before.
Pog is a particularly unhealthy dragonborn who seemingly has not sought to get the medical treatment he has needed for a number of years. And as you are kind of shooting the shit with him over the music, you see that he's like This guy's in need of like medical treatment.
Mm-hmm. Can I, maybe with my persuasion, can I persuade him to seek medical treatment?
Yeah, like as he reaches up to finish like the bit of his drink, you see him like kind of wincing, like hold his collarbone almost. And he kind of like swallows. Ugh. I never could get used to this stuff.
I think I would like to. I know these things don't go cheap. This is a Consec standard issue. Maybe this will fetch you a few gold. And I want to give him my old chainmail, which has the standard cost of 75 gold, new presumably.
You want to give it to him?
Yeah, I'll give it to him in the hopes that he can barter it away and get himself sorted. Because I'm kind of sympathizing with this guy as much as I'm also trying to grift him.
Yeah. What's this for? What? This is awful generous.
You know, I recently received this. I replaced that armor, as a matter of fact. Token from home, a gift, and I thought maybe I could pay it forward. I don't need this anymore, and it seems only right. Brondaki should find a step up in this world.
That's right. I wish there were more Dragonborn out there that thought like you. So many have been hard done to. Feel like loads of Scaleborns you meet, they just look inward. They pity themselves, you know? But if we share it around and lift each other up, maybe we'll have a chance at a future after all.
Cheers to that. And I want to cheers kind of too hard to like spill the drink into him a bit.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. And I'm going to kind of help him like get his jacket off so we can shake off the beer. And this is like hopefully when Thrixie can get in there.
Nice. Yeah. So I will give you I'm not going to make her do the sleight of hand check. I'm going to make you do the deception check.
Oh, okay.
As you go to like get his coat off him, he's like, I've spilt worse. Don't worry about it. And he just puts the chainmail over his shoulder. And you see Thrixie just goes like, ooh, nope. Like, at that point, Zam, where are you looking? Are you trying to you've lost Otua.
Yeah,
do you do anything about that?
I would be trying to. I was going to say I'd stand on a stool to try and like see over the crowd, but I guess that would make it worse if he's short. So
it would give you a better vantage point.
Yeah, I'd be doing something along those lines, or perhaps just like darting between groups quickly to try and get eyes on him. I'm not worried about him. I know he can look after himself, but I do want to know. He's got us into trouble before. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I need to keep tabs on him.
Yeah. Okay. As you stand and look for, do you want to give me another perception check? I'll give you advantage this time. Can you tell me what it is?
It's a 10.
10 with advantage.
Yeah.
You don't see Otua, but you do see someone who seems to be curating a little bit of popularity. They are stood on top. They are stood on top of like a box, so they can see, which is why you notice them. They are an orc. They are kind of not really wearing like a lot of the people in here are in workers' uniforms and things like that. This guy looks much more well dressed. He's got like a long coat with like a collar, like almost like Matrixy or Equilibrium. But he's orc. He's got like slicked back hair over to one side, very, very small tusks, and quite captivating eyes. He, even though he has quite an official looking or serious appearance, his demeanor is one of, he's holding court with all of his buddies, who he seems beloved by, and quite a few people are chinking his glasses, and yeah, loads of people are just kind of want to be seen with him, it seems.
Is he greenskin orc?
Like a grey skin orc.
Okay. And how common are orcs in this setting? Would I have seen many orcs?
Yeah, a lot of scrapjacks are orcs. Yeah, they're fairly common across the Black Meridian.
Yeah, I'd still go over and just perhaps just like not necessarily introduce myself, but stand close enough that I can get a gist of what's going on. I'm not going to go up to him and shake his hand type of thing, but
okay. You get in listening distance, and a load of people are like, "Hey, Lorcan, good to see you. What a Union official all the way down here. Hey, isn't she great? Yeah, cool. Oh, hey, Lorcan, what about that missing shipment? Hey, let's not worry about that now. Let's enjoy the show." And like, a few people have got you can see like a load of people are being nice to him, but you can see there's like thinly veiled questions that barely conceal a few problems for Lorcan. He is, you would gather, Lorcan Stucker. And he is the chair of the Gravitic Stabilization Engineers.
At this point, I'd step forward and put my hand out to shake his.
He looks down at you because he's still stood on his box. Hey, I don't believe I've seen anything like you before.
Funnily, I get that a lot. Yeah.
You talk. Where does the voice come from? I can hear you, but you don't have any lips.
I don't even know. No. And to be honest, this face that I've got, I have to try and focus to keep this face.
It's quite terrifying.
Yeah. You get used to it. Can I ask you, can I get you to come down? I just want to ask you something real quick, if that's okay.
Sure. Hey, guys, just give me a moment. I've got business to do. He steps down.
You you seem to have the lay of the land here, and please forgive me. I'm not from here. Just a passing trader, but looking to, I don't know, perhaps start trading at Chelanos. And people keep going on about the Union, and I need something to get on a what was the elevator thing? The something column?
The strata column.
That's the guy, yeah. I need some sort of credentials to get down there. Is that something that you'd be able to help me with?
So, you're just turned up in a union bar as a non-union member, looking to join a union just to get down to the surface.
This seems like the place to go. I'm not union. Everyone's union. Where am I going to go to join the union? The place where all the union people are, right?
Well, most people make an appointment at my office, but then again, most people aren't looking to get down the strata column without drawing too much attention to themselves. Am I right?
Also, if I had called your office to make an appointment, how long would I be waiting? I'm seizing the bull by the horns. I see you in here. I want to talk to you. You look like a man who knows a few things.
Make a persuasion check there, Zam.
Only a +1. 11.
You are right. Well, if I gave you some union credentials, I'd have to give you a reason to go down the strata column, down to Darkusk. I can do that.
Wait a second. What's the catch? Come on. I'm a trader myself, I know. Come on.
Well, if you take the credentials, I'll tell you.
How about I tell you how I'm like this, and then you tell me your thing?
My thing is that I'm very busy. This is a one-time deal. The song's nearly over.
I snatched the credentials off him.
As you snatch the credentials, it's like a passport, but it's completely blank. As you touch it, your name, a portrait, and your position as a member of the gravitic stabilization engineers appears on the first page. It is a book that you need to get stamped by the KFZ when you go up and down the strata column. And it's weird. Your portrait.
Look at the portrait.
It's not green and slimy. This is someone you don't recognize.
I'm not going to be able to get down with this, right? And I hold it up next to him.
That's weird. I've never seen that before.
I don't know who this guy is.
Huh. Well, I don't know what to say, honestly. I technically just accepted you into the Engineers Guild, but seems as though those papers don't know who you are.
That makes two of us. Yeah.
Shit. You don't have an identity?
It's a long story, but I'm just this.
No. This is better. This is means you're not traceable.
Look at me. I'm quite traceable. I stick out everywhere I go.
Yeah, but
maybe on paper.
Before my very eyes, you're shifting and moving. You're like elastic.
Yeah.
We could use you.
I've heard that before. Kind of narrows his eyes a little.
He says, Lorcan says, I need you to go and pick up package in the grey strata. Here's the address.
Right.
I need you to take that package down to Darkusk, and I need you to get rid of it. You need to go and throw it down the deepest hole so no one ever finds it.
I know you're not going to tell me, but what's in it?
That is a need to know question. And given that I'm now your guildmaster, I tell you, you don't need to know. He says, here's the address, and he writes it down.
Fine. Do I report back to you once it's done?
Yeah. You got a ship?
Yeah. Park just down the way there. It's a Shrike class called the Water Quick.
Ah, nice. I'll make sure that now that you're a union representative, that it doesn't get towed. And I'll meet you back on it when you're ready.
Okay.
Pleasure doing business with you. And he looks at your credentials.
What does it say for my name on there?
Still Zam.
Still says Zam. Okay. I shake his hand and say my name's Zam.
Keep it quiet, huh? If you need more credentials for your buddies, I'll be here all night.
Okay. I need to go stop a halfling doing something stupid. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay. We move to Otua, presumably about to do something stupid. Otua, what would be a stupid thing to get involved with in this bar, do you think?
So I assume while I was scouting around the room and that I never saw Zam up on a stool, or I didn't see this orc standing up on high.
No, you're down low. They were up high. What stupid thing are you doing? Would you like me to give you a list of stupid things you could do, and you can choose?
Sure. This is sure.
Oh, gambling.
Gambling. Instantly. If I saw gambling, I'd be going straight to it.
Okay, yeah. Then in the opposite side of the bar to the stage where the accommodation is, there is a crowd of people. Just before we do set the scene, Ina, after the first song is over,
Yes.
What do you do?
Has everybody left me?
Most people are doing something else, yeah.
I think feeling like I'm not being very useful, I might wander back to the barman
Okay.
and order another drink and try to chat to them.
Sure.
I'm so sorry about this situation.
Hey, same again?
Something nicer.
Sure. And at least he goes to the trouble of pouring this one to order, but it is a dark tankard of stout.
Okay. I'll take a sip and say, so obviously I'm new here. You could tell.
Well, we were all new here at some point, he says in Rindorian.
Where are you from?
Oh, excuse me. He says he is from... Come on. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong page. He is from... I'm from all the way down in Leningrad.
Leningrad. Do I know that place?
No, this is another city on Chelenosh Prime.
Okay.
He says it is below the surface, safe from all the magnetic storms. It's pretty warm.
Oof. You must be suffering up here.
There's nothing left for me down there. I like the dynamics here, you know, people power.
Yeah.
The king's tankard is kind of ironic, right? Ain't no kings up here.
No. Everybody's waving around their credentials, and we don't have any. Do you have any information that you can help me with?
Oh, you're trying to get a job?
Maybe. Yeah.
You look cut out for a certain kind of job, if you don't mind me saying. I wouldn't refer you to the, Stabilization Guild or the Magnetic Propulsion Society or that kind of stuff. Not to be too presumptuous, but you look a bit more like a trade envoy or an ambassador.
Oh, yes, maybe I have a tiny bit of experience of being some sort of envoy. Is it an easy thing to...
Sounds like the easiest job in the world, right? Turn up, make peace, leave.
People say it's easy, but then you show up and then things happen and they think it's all your fault. And anyway, yes. How do I get some credentials?
Well, if you want to explore that envoy role, I'm sure you could do some lucrative deals for one of the guilds, right? Someone with your presentation, with your kind of elven poise, you could go and find yourself all kinds of stuff. Maybe even a job from the KFZ.
And if I wanted to avoid that?
Oh, then you want to go up to the Hallow Spire. They're always trading in information. They always want to know what is going on in the astral ascendancy. You know, they're like jealous, insecure, spying types.
So they'll be keen for me to give them some information.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you've got any information to give, you probably want to go find Vorian Zakazi. Oh, sorry, Vorian Zakazi.
Vorian Zakazi. Okay. Thanks, friend. What was your name?
My name's Cami. Camelon.
Thanks, Kim. Edith.
Nice to meet you, Ema.
I'll go and enjoy this. Thank you. Oh, I need to pay him as well.
Yeah, it's 5 copper pieces. And she's like, hey, he says, hey, I think they're starting a game over there.
A game of...
And before you can finish the question, you get pushed out of the way. Hey, stop chatting to barman. We've got drinks to order. And you get kind of bustled along. You can see, you kind of fall in alongside Zam. On the other side of the bar, you can see Kryn and Frixie.
Okay.
But you're all kind of poised and observing Otua, who has got himself embroiled in betting on some lizard racing. They are calling for more players. Would all of you like to participate in a round of lizard racing?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Sam would nudge Ina if he's next to Ina and say, this is why O2 has never got money.
Oh.
Right. You all have to put some money to go in. The more money you put in, the more money you'll be able to get out if your lizard wins. So there's a minimum entry is 1 gold piece, but you can bet as much as you want.
So we've got
2 gold pieces.
I'll go 10.
Ina's 10, Kryn's 2.
I'll go in at 5.
5.
I'll go all in.
Oh my god.
3.
Okay. Right. What I'd like you all to do, as you've entered the bidding, you have to each name your lizards.
Oh. Just going on coollizardnames.com.
Cool lizard names.
Mine's named Elizabeth.
Nice.
Lizzie Elizabeth. Okay. Okay. And you bet how much? How many gold pieces?
2.
2. Okay. Zam?
My lizard is called Bobby Davro.
Sure. And you put in how much?
5.
Ina?
Pebbles.
Pebbles.
And I put in 10.
10. And finally, Otua?
The Witter quick scale.
That's a mouthful. Let's see what you did there. And you put in 3, did you?
All 3.
All 3.
Okay. First of all, you're basically going to roll initiative for your lizards, but Ina is going to get advantage because she put the most money in, so she gets the best lizard, or the quickest one off the mark, anyway.
Cheating already.
So what do you want us to roll? Just D20s?
Yeah, just a D20.
Yeah,
just
initiative.
Oh, is that a natural 20?
That is a natural 20.
Oh, I got a 17.
Okay, 1. Oh, no, that's not 1. That's 1. 2. What did you get, Zamath? Oh, Ty.
13, yeah, same as John.
We're going to roll again, both of you.
Rollies.
No, yeah, it's rollies for. There we go. Zam rolls. Oh, Zam and then Kryn. Okay. So, you go towards this game, and you can see this rotund dwarf. This guy is the lizard keeper, and the way he keeps lizards is physically attached to himself. So literally, he's wearing this like string vest, and he pries a lizard off one of his nipples and hands it over to one of you. He pulls another lizard from like out of his underwear and hands another lizard to you. He fishes one of these lizards out of the pint he was drinking, and then he ruffles his hair, and a lizard runs out onto his shoulders, and he hands it.
Oh my god!
That one was Bobby Davro. And as they are all set down in front of the lizard keeper, all of you place your bets. And this time, folks, we are going to see who wins the race. What I'd like you all to do is there's going to be 4 laps. And for each lap, you are going to doesn't quite make sense. Sorry. Yeah, 4 laps, and the first lizard to get to 13 points. Okay. So the person who rolls first is the Witter Quick Scale. So it's the first person to 13. You see the lizard keeper pulls out a little pop gun. It's literally like a wooden gun with a little popper. And as soon as he goes, the lizards have all been conditioned, and they all kind of scurry along the floor that's got like oil and beer, and their little hands are like struggling to get a grip. And they go around this little track that has been literally marked out with like beer coasters and like a yard of ale and other like beer paraphernalia. There's little obstacles and little jumps and little slicks and everything. It's like a game of that 4-wheel drive game on the SNES, Super Off-Road, but with lizards.
Micro machines on the SNES.
Yeah, exactly. A little game of micro machines with lizards. So with a quick scale, a D4, if you will.
Oof, 1.
A 1. Your lizard just can't get going. It's like putting its legs out and just can't get a grip. Pebbles?
Oh,
Pebbles
flying.
sprints to the front. Okay, Bobby Davro.
3.
In Pebbles' slipstream coming up behind. And then Elizabeth.
Oh.
A 4. Elizabeth climbs over Bobby Davro and jumps to the front next to Pebbles. Excellent. Okay. Quick scale. Can you make up for your false start?
Nope.
Oh, no.
He's cursed.
The Witter quick scale just can't get moving, and one of the patrons kneels down with their pint glass and scoops up the lizard and throws him further forward. Still last, but as a sympathy shove. Pebbles, how's the front going?
Oh, worse.
Oh no. It seems as though this lizard got a little bit distracted. They ran up somebody's leg and they're batted off and cast back onto the track. Bobby Davro. Oh goodness, it's been a nightmare round. Bobby Davro seemed to be enamoured with Pebbles and followed Pebbles up someone's leg, up the other trouser leg, and it's like they're shaking out the bottom of this person's boot. Elizabeth, can she take advantage?
Oh, wow.
No!
Oh,
no.
what a round.
That's shocking.
Wow, a round of 1s.
Yeah.
Goodness. Then Elizabeth turns round and starts going the wrong way until the lizard man shoos Elizabeth in the right direction. Come on, Elizabeth, you're my best lizard. And then we go back to the Witter quick scale. 3. Okay, better. Starting to get a rhythm together. Darting in and out of some obstacles and not even really into the lead, just up to where Pebbles and Elizabeth are. Pebbles.
Yeah.
There we go. That's more like it. Starting to get a canter going now. You see Pebbles kind of jumps over a discarded pipe that someone was smoking and waves towards the lizard keeper, and then a lizard crawls out of the armpit of the lizard keeper and waves back. Bobby Davro.
3.
Oh, still just behind Pebbles in the slipstream. As Pebbles is waving a tail, it just makes Bobby Davro a bit more startled, and then they get in for an opening. Elizabeth?
Oh.
Elizabeth is bounding to the front, already on 9 and into the lead. Elizabeth basically aquaplanes across a puddle of ale and speeds to the front. Okay. This is the last round, the last part of the lap.
Wait, we have to get to 13.
The first person to get 13 wins the race, but if we've all gone 4 rounds and no one's got to 13, it's the highest score.
Right, okay.
Okay, so the Witter quick scale. Another 1.
Oh dear.
As you shout, well, what do you shout to encourage the Witter quick scale, O'Toole?
Oh, it's like desperate pleading. Come on, please, please.
Then the Witter quick scale turns round to look at you and sees you, say, "Come on, please," and just the lizard just crawls up you, and then just wants some attention. Pebbles.
Oh god. Okay, come on. Oh.
2. That puts you at 10. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. But it looks like Pebbles has sacrificed her early lead and is just kind of running out of steam a little bit. Bobby Davro, what about you?
2 also. Still behind
2.
Pebbles.
Yeah. You see Bobby Davro just like nudges Pebbles along to give some encouragement, but stays behind. These lizards have been working hard, man, and they're bonded. So I think, Corinne, unless you roll a 1, Elizabeth's going to win.
Roll a 1.
Yep. There you go.
So what that means is Pebbles and Elizabeth come round the final corner and are now neck and neck. We're both just going to roll a d4. Whoever gets the highest is going to win.
Sprint finish.
Hey, I got 4.
Oh, nice. Well done.
So Pebbles comes around the corner, and you notice somebody steps on Pebbles' tail to stop her winning the race. And at that point, Elizabeth runs across the finish line, which is a crudely drawn line in chalk across the bar. And the lizard keeper scoops up Elizabeth, the winning lizard. Corinne, your total score was 14, was it not?
Sounds about right. Yeah.
You win 14 times the amount of gold you put in.
Oh, sick.
Damn.
Good.
Pebbles, as you came second, you will get your stake back.
Cool.
The rest of you losers get nothing. However, the lizard keeper is quite annoyed at somebody stepping on Pebbles' tail and is still there, is not letting Pebbles go.
Yeah, who was it?
Ina, you look towards this person and they are a guy in like a long grey trench coat. They're wearing a fedora. They have green hair, some battery acid scarring on the left cheek, and very deep green eyes. A few people gasp and turn around and start drinking as if they didn't notice him. And you hear him address the lizard keeper as he picks up Pebbles by the tail. This is illegal gambling and animal cruelty. I will have to report you to the Animal Welfare Guild, Lizard Keeper. I'm sorry, Morvazel. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just trying to make a little money. I suggest you try and make money without subjecting these innocent creatures to this barbaric tournament. And he takes the lizard and places it on the bar, and you see the barman, Cammy, he kind of coaxes it in and starts stroking it, taking more care of it. This grey coated elf, looks like, can't quite see, steps up to the lizard keeper and draws a whip, a laser whip out from under his coat, and you just see the lizard keeper like this dwarf. Oh, I'm sorry. And as he goes to turn and run, you see Morvazel draw this whip back. Anybody do anything?
I'll shout, wait!
Yeah, I maybe like I bump into him or push his shoulder, like, "Hey, you're interfering with the race here. We put money on that lizard."
As he shouts "wait," he hesitates for a moment, giving Kryn just enough time to intervene. Turns round. And how much money did you make off this barbarism?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Unsanctioned gambling is not permissible by the Grey Wardens.
Well, if you think that this is barbarism, then the Grey Wardens must have a pretty cushy time of it.
Are you about to hit him with your whip? Surely that also is barbarism.
Treat others as though one would like to be treated. That's the lesson he'll learn. And he gets his whip out.
I'll stand in between.
A bit of a crowd has gathered. This guy turns to you, Ina. What is the fate of a keeper of vermin to an astral elf?
Look, the race is over. We'll disperse. There's no need to beat him.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I guide myself?
Yeah. I'll give you advantage even because Kryn was helping.
Ooh. I got 22.
With a 22, this elf, although they carry themselves with no small degree of authority and conviction, it seems as though they decide against starting any trouble. He takes off like his fedora, and you can see this green hair, and he kind of flicks it back. And what you can see now very clearly is either a veteran of a very intense and dangerous campaign of combat, or somebody who has been subjected to torture of some kind. You see a lot of facial scarring. Where are your papers? He looks around.
Me?
Looking around to all of you who were stood there in the lizard race, really.
What papers? We only just got here with tourists.
I step forward with my papers. These are with me. Shh. No. Later.
Sorry, what guild did we say they were part of again?
I didn't write it down.
I got it. I got you. Hold on.
Gravitic.
Write it down.
Hold on.
Gravitic stabilization.
Yeah. Hold on, got it for you. This is the Gravitic Stabilization Engineers.
Engineer. I knew it was engineers. Yeah.
Just what the papers look like? Are they there? You know, when like a small card with information on it.
No, it looks like a passport.
Paper. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And you see this guy kind of swipes your papers from you, Zam, and looks at you.
Are you the law around here?
There is no law, and that is why the Grey Wardens thrive. He doesn't even inspect your papers before throwing them back to you, luckily for you. He then leans into you, Sam, and says, if you want to make some real money, call me anytime. And he hands you a card.
Yeah, that's coming out Millhouse there, isn't it? I'll take his card.
This card is from Morvazel Thorn.
Morvazel Thorn.
Thorn with an E on the end.
What was the first name again, sorry?
Morvazel.
I'd just, when he leans in to do that, I'd nod my head. But I'd be like,
He just, on his card, it says Morvazel Thorn, the Grey Wardens, and it just says, never forgetting what matters.
Uh-huh.
Zam, just do me an Arcana check, if you will, when you take the card.
you can have a 4 or you can have a 4.
With a 4, it just seems like quite an expensive card.
Oh.
He puts his fedora on, about faces in his grey coat, stows his whip away and marches out. And he takes someone's beer out of their hand and drinks it before putting it down and leaving out the side entrance.
What a prick.
I hate him.
Prince says under his breath.
What the hell is a Grey Warden?
Hearing you, in almost to answer your question, Selka Braith comes up behind you. Oh, you don't want anything to do with that man.
Why?
Who is he?
Oh, he's head of the Grey Wardens. They trade in the most illicit goods, the most precious things that any one of us could have. And to trade in such a thing like a commodity, well, that's the saddest song I ever heard.
Do you mean people?
No, I do not mean people. He's not a slave driver. Goodness.
Oh, okay, great.
I mean memories.
Oh, sorry, it's been a day. It's been a day. Memories? Wait, what?
That's right. What could be better than living through somebody else's life, especially if you've been stuck on the surface mining cold iron for the rest of your days? I've never had the guts to try it myself, but those Grey Wardens do make it seem mighty tempting, and people up in the Hallow Spiral pay big bucks for the right kind of memories.
Wait, so they can take memories out of people and put them in other people?
Yep, I don't know how they do it. Some kind of shadow arcane magic that's been, well, banned from Mester Valley as long as we've been up here. Seems as though Morvazel's one of the only people who knows how to do it.
That sounds horrible.
Well, imagine if you were walking around with some pretty nasty memories that were giving you troubles, driving you to drink. She points over to the Dragonborn, who downs his 4th pint since he's been in here. Pog, rather. Wouldn't you pay a lot of money to be rid of that burden? Wouldn't you pay even more to laden that burden on with somebody else? Morvazel knows what he's doing.
Yeah, you have a point. What if you couldn't remember something? Can they retrieve memories?
That's something you'd have to ask him.
Zam's just lost in thought now. He's not really paying attention.
Latch comes over with another round of drinks for you all. As Selka kind of gets chatting to a few other people in the bar. Oh, hey, love your song, etc., etc., and she politely indulges them. As Latch places a drink down in front of you. Well, I really thought it was going to go down there.
Almost.
Me and Thrixie had you covered. And Thrixie pulls up 2 Molotov cocktails that she made when she's stuck behind the bar.
Keep those down. Keep those
Always resourceful.
Well, what next?
Well, I got my papers. How did you guys get on? No? No one?
Tua and Kryn, roll me 2 d20. These d20s are actually for Thrixie and Latch.
So 1 each, or
Yeah, just 1 each.
7.
14 would be Thrixie. Thrixie successfully produces some papers, and she goes, well, I couldn't swipe the Dragonborn's papers, I'm sorry, but I did get talking to another gnome who kindly donated his papers to me, she says with a big grin on her face.
Of course, Thrixie got some papers.
That's not all she got by the sounds of it.
She looks at the papers and she's like, huh, apparently I am Luthra Fabblestabble. And I belong to the Cold Iron Miners Assembly. Huh.
I show O2 on my papers, laughing, saying, "Look at the picture I've got on mine."
How did you manage that?
don't know.
Otua, you recognise Zam's picture.
Does it look like old Zam?
Yeah, it does.
But seriously, how did you manage that?
The work guy over there, he said we're gonna do a job for him. I've got to drop a parcel down a hole or something.
Do you want to tell us what old Zam looks like? So it's the portrait, anyway.
He was like a Californian bleached blonde, slick back blonde hair, perfect skin, nice suntan. Like a bit like Squall from Final Fantasy X. Just like young in face appearance. Nice Californian surfer type looking, but with like nice blonde hair and good complexion and stuff.
Very handsome for a scrapjacker.
Yeah, ridiculously so for a scrapjacker, yeah. Like most scrapjackers have bionic eyes and like rusty teeth and stuff like that, don't they? So I guess I
will ask you, what is the one imperfection that is obvious to you that resonates a small memory? It might be a scar or a pockmark or a.
It would be a. What would it be? A missing front tooth.
A missing front tooth.
Yeah.
The only imperfection on an otherwise glorious portrait, one that magically was realised when you took hold of these papers. A clue into Zam's past for him. I would say make me a history check at advantage, Zam.
11.
With an 11, you don't have teeth anymore, but in the jawbone where your teeth would be, or you might have the odd tooth still in your skeletal. But yeah, you start to get like a bit of like toothache. Seems to be manifesting from this imperfection that you can see.
I just mix up that bit of goo on the front of my face and reform it into a mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Latch says, well, with a couple of papers, if the rest of you can pass yourselves off as subcontractors, you might be able to pull it off. It would be safer if you all had papers, but it depends how much time you got or where else you want to go.
Hang on, how did you get papers, Sam? You say you're doing a job for that fella over there.
Yeah, we've done jobs for loads of people. I've got to throw something down a hole. He gave me this package. He said throw it down a hole and make sure no one finds it.
He says you've got to pick up a package.
Oh, pick up a package.
And then throw it down a hole. So pick up a package and take it down to the surface.
Hang on.
Pick it up from the address.
Didn't you say you didn't want to go to that office to go do a job? We have to go pick something up and then go take it somewhere else. And now you've ended up getting some papers by doing the exact same thing.
Where's your papers?
Well, we're going to pinch some, but apparently we're skip the pinching bit and we're just doing it legit.
Where's your gold?
Don't talk about that. It's that stroking the list that's still in his shoulder.
Very good. Well, Latch is like, well, are we doing a job? Are we getting more papers? Are we going to go see that grey guy?
We could also go to the Hallow Spire. I spoke to the barman because I didn't want to steal any papers and he suggested that they could give me a job. No one thinks that I'm an engineer. Everyone thinks I'm a trade envoy.
Yeah, that holds up.
I'll buy that.
Well, as you down that next round of drinks and plot your next move, we will fade out to an encore by the bard Selka Braith. She plucks her her mag lute and goes into another song. And this is kind of like best of luck. It's a song, that's like gives a blessing to all of the miners and all of the people who would go down the strata column. May they bring good fortune. And it ends with the line, "For all who descend, may your memory return." And the bar roars as it raises its glasses together. And a magnetic storm on the outside kind of crackles and thunders on perfect time. And you can see in this lower quadrant, the dock, the Undercity. Sometimes the Undercity's just crests on the top of metallic storms or magnetic storms, and in a true noir setting, it begins to rain outside, and we will fade out there.